What's going on, guys? JT here and welcome back to the channel. I just got home from watching Disney's newest film, The Haunted Mansion, that just opened up this weekend. So let's get right into the review. Alright guys, my first initial thoughts: the movie is just over 2 hours long. And for the first hour of the film, I thought it was a pretty slow burner. You're kind of getting to know the characters and they're starting to build up this quote-unquote dream team at the haunted house. And you really start to get to know some of the information on the house, about the ghosts, and some of the weird things that are going on and how all these people end up getting to the haunted mansion itself. And it slowly gets to the point where they build it up, everyone ends up being together, and then for me, that's where the movie really starts to kick off on hour two. Hour two is an absolute blast. I really enjoyed it. For the fans of, the Walt Disney World ride or Disneyland ride, you're really going to enjoy this. All of the Easter eggs from, some of the dialogue that happens to some of the things and scenes that happen throughout. Some of the ghosts you'll see in the halls and in the background of some shots is fantastic. And all you Disney Parks fans are going to love it. For a Disney movie, I wasn't sure, how scary or deep this movie would really get. And it really surprised me. There was a decent amount of jump scares and honestly some decently scary scenes for it being a Disney film, which I really enjoyed. And it really got into some deep, themes like grief and getting over losing loved ones and stuff like that. So I thought the movie got really deep and even sometimes dark throughout the film, which is really cool to see, them kind of embrace that side of things in this kind of movie, because I feel like, these horror type movies, you need to get into that kind of stuff, and they weren't afraid to get right into it and give some of these characters some real background in the movie. One of the things I was most impressed with was the ghost CGI. I thought they looked phenomenal, especially the Hatbox Ghost. I thought he was incredible. He looked, creepy. I thought the voice was amazing. Reminded me of the ride and just getting creeped out as a kid. And it really brought it to this film, and he was really creepy and different throughout. And the ghosts, man, they just looked absolutely amazing. Looking at some of these ghosts, seeing them in the ride and then on the big screen, they translated perfectly. And I thought they did a really good job with the CGI on the ghosts. However, I thought Madame Leota wasn't the best. I almost think the first Haunted Mansion, she looked a little better. The CGI and animation was almost too crisp and good, and I think it just kind of took away from the look of Madame Leota. But overall, I thought the character, was still well played and really made, an impact in the movie like she does in the ride. But just the CGI was just a little bit off for me there. But this movie, guys, is really just endless amounts of fun. There's some great comedy scenes in there as well. But as always, with some comedy scenes, some of them just don't hit. And there's some iffy dialogue here and there that you can gotta just go through. But overall, I thought there were some really funny scenes and funny moments throughout the film. And I thought they knocked the comedy aspect of it out of the park. Deep into the movie, there is a plot twist. However, it is pretty predictable, but I think it really works in this film. It was a really interesting, story point that they kind of used there, and I really enjoyed it nonetheless. I kind of predicted it from a mile away, but it still worked for me. And something I really love, this cast, obviously a fantastic cast. Rosario Dawson was awesome. I thought Jared Leto was fantastic as the Hatbox Ghost. And all the characters were really fun, and the chemistry was just so good. It really was believable that this group of people got really tight and were just kind of, fighting together against the ghost and stuff like that throughout the film. I thought the cast really, synced together well and had great chemistry throughout the film. I personally really enjoyed this film. Now, with the box office results coming in at the end of the weekend, I don't know, how much money this is really going to make in the box office, with movies like Oppenheimer on its second weekend, along with Barbie and Mission Impossible. Those are really big films and doing fantastic and just crushing the box office right now. So I don't know if this movie's really going to put up big numbers, but overall I really enjoyed it. This movie was probably an 8 out of 10 for me. If you are a big fan of Disney parks and this ride in either Disneyland or Disney World, I think you are going to love this movie. Now, if you're just a casual fan, just saw the trailer, thought it was interesting, or, you know, was a fan of the first Haunted Mansion movie, I think it's still a very enjoyable film, and you guys will enjoy catching this one in theaters. But in the comment section below, let me know when you're going to see this movie, or if you will be waiting to see it on Disney Plus when it drops. And as always, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.